Alice, your friendly neighborhood fabric ninja, and today I brought you a new product, the Zozosuit. It looks crazy, right? Outfit with a bunch of dots on it. Well, this thing is supposed to make it so you can get custom fit clothing. It allows an app on your phone to take your measurements. I'm a little dubious, I have to admit. Being a plus size lady, I'm not sure this thing is gonna fit me, but we're gonna try it out. ZoZo is not a new company. You may just be hearing about it, but it's actually been in Japan for years. And now they've just decided to branch out into a bunch of other countries. So the concept behind this is absolutely already proven to work. But whether it's going to work on the diverse bodies of a much larger population, we're yet to see. They gave away 100,000 of these Zozosuits, and I also get a free pair of pants and a free shirt, so we can actually see if it works. So now my idea is that because this suit allows an app on your phone to give you body measurements, this would also be an amazing tool for sewing and for people who are into fitness and weight loss, because this will be able to actually give you body measurements, which, if you've ever tried to take your own body measurements at home, it can be really hard. And really, you're not supposed to, because it's so easy to screw up. And when I ordered it, they had me put in my height and my weight, so they said they'll send me one that'll fit me. But we all know that your weight and your size do not always correlate. So let's unbox this. We have a handy instruction manual, and we have the Zozosuit. Okay, so it's the suit and a phone stand. It has a bunch of warnings on it, by the way. This bag is not a toy. Okay, so here is the phone stand. I'll figure out how to use that in a moment. And let's look at the suit. Oh, it's 2 pieces. So we have a shirt that has a fat chance in hell of going around me, but we're gonna try it anyway. Has a nice high neck, long arms, it's pretty decently tall. And then we have a pair of pants. So let me show you these dots again. So all of those circles have a different pattern in them, and the app can tell where these circles are and how far apart they are. Just take these two right here, and when I'm going to put it on, they are definitely going to move further apart. So that must be what the app is calculating. This is going to be exciting. I guess I should try to put these on. So I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm going to actually put this on in front of the camera. Okay, I can barely breathe right now, but let's keep going. Why not? Oh, there's the shirt. It surprised me, but it's on. And now for the pants. For science. Okay, the bottoms say size 6. And we're gonna put them on like they're leggings. Definitely put them on like tights. Brings back nightmares at ballet class. We're going for a growth spurt. Well, wonders of wonders and miracles of miracles. I'm in the suit. It has some thummy holes to keep the sleeves down. The feet also have a stirrup to keep them down. So it is definitely on me. I will say though, it's barely on me. This thing is very tight. It's kind of like compression clothes. It's on, and so we're doing this. So I'm gonna get super close so you guys can see all these dots. There you go. I'm really kind of excited though, because if this can give me my body measurements so that I can sew, I think it's actually worth it. So here we go. Next step. Let's take a quick look at the materials that came with it. This is a phone stand, and you fold it, and then put it on a surface about 30 inches tall. It's probably pretty similar to the normal table height. Okay, so here we go. First put on the Zozosuit. Yep, I did that. Put the app on your phone. Yep, okay. Step 3, begin measuring with your Zozosuit. Log in. There's a tutorial, and you'll see your measurements. This is the part I'm really excited about. And then you get clothes your size. Also exciting. Okay, let's do it. I've got the app up. Measure. I need to put in my weight and my height, and that I'm female or male. And then I have to agree that my body measurements, which are considered health data, may be used for the production of clothing. Yes, I agree. Next.
We will proceed with voice instructions. Turn your phone so the backside is facing towards you.
Measuring process failed. Please make sure that your pose and your surroundings match the guide in the tutorial and try again. Okay, we're doing it again. I've tried the measurement process twice so far, and each time it says it's not working. So I'm gonna try it, I guess again. Maybe I'll find a different background and see if it works. Either way, I'm getting really sweaty and I want out of this thing, but I really want it to work. So at this point, I have the first set of measurements, but I can't get the second set. Everything is going wrong. The app even crashed several times. So I venture outside where the lighting is amazing, and it worked. I got the second set of measurements. Okay, I have survived the Zozosuit, but the Zozosuit did not quite survive me. You can see I've done some damage here. So after I get the second set of measurements, I compare the two of them and realize there's almost 2 inches difference in my chest measurements between the two of them. So this just isn't working. But I want to know if it can work. So I'm calling in a friend. Oh, by the way, the damage that I did to the suit, it's actually going to get covered by the shirt when she's wearing it. So the suit will still work. So this is Karen. She is trying out the Zozosuit for me. We are the exact same height. She is about 100 pounds less than me. And this suit was still...
It was hard to get into still.
Yeah, so I'm really not sure how I got into it, but I did.
It's a miracle of technology.
So she's going through the instructions right now, and we're going to watch her actually do it. A little bit to your back.
The markers cannot be detected. It's possible that you are in a perfect position. Spread your arms to create space around your body and stand with your feet shoulder width apart. 11 o'clock position. You're done. The measurement process is complete. See the results on your phone.
So actually the problem is that there was too many lights.
I guess. One single spotlight ended up being the solution for some reason. Oh, there you go. See your measurements, Prince.
Are you sure you want to do this? Are you sitting down? Have smelling salts at the ready.
There we go. She's got her measurements. Do those look at all similar to you, what you know your body measurements to be?
Yeah, pretty much my waist and my chest and my hips are all the same size.
What we're going to do is we're going to actually have you do it one more time, and then you can like compare and see if it did the same thing.
Changes?
So one thing I noticed on mine is the same thing on yours, is that one of the thighs kind of got measured at our crotch, and so I ended up standing really crazy wide-legged because, you know, thigh gap, it's not a thing with chubby ladies, so I was
Yeah.
hoping it might help.
And yeah,
Fine.
and the line is like in a really weird place. So I wonder if I don't have the tights on in the same, you know what I mean? Pull this down and that up.
Because, I mean, you theorize that, like, 2 of them are marking your knees and 2 of them are marking your ankles, right?
So we'll try that.
Okay, let's try it again.
Wait for the next audio prompt. Your phone is in position and ready. Next, stand about 6.5 feet away from your phone so the camera can capture a full body image. Move a little bit to your back.
Backward.
I do feel like Tron again.
I know.
Move a little bit to your back.
Back.
At least it's not yelling about the light.
The markers cannot be detected. It is possible that the room is too dark. Move a little bit to your front. You are in the perfect position. Spread your arms to create space around your body. You're done. The measurement process is complete. See the results on your phone.
I think the most frustrating part is how it had you, and then it just, like, all of a sudden didn't have you.
Okay, just move a little to the right. Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Ooh. That's exciting.
Now, have you done the 2 different measurements? Can you see both of them?
Yes, actually, I already tried that out, and you can see both of them. You have a measurement history,
Oh, okay.
which I think is super cool, again, because how
Yeah.
did you change?
Yeah, if you were like on a super health kick exercise thing and wanting to lose a gazillion pounds or bariatric surgery or whatever, and you just wanted to track your inches, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Measuring process failed.
How would it fail?
Please make sure that your pose and your surroundings. Do we want to do this again?
We will proceed with
Right after we tried on the suit and we got our measurements from the app, we also actually used a tape measure on ourselves so that we could verify the numbers were right. Now we know it is super easy to not measure yourself properly. It is. But her and I are both relatively advanced sewers, and we know what we're doing, and we were there with each other to make sure we were measuring properly. So I feel very comfortable with our numbers, and we wanted to use those and compare to what the suit got. So here's what happened. My numbers from the suit were actually smaller than my body is regularly. Part of that is because the suit was so tight on me, it was actually like compressing me. So if I were to order a shirt with those numbers, it might not fit well because it wasn't really accounting for my actual shape. The other problem that I had is that my waist goes in, but I have my roundness over it. So the suit was really only able to see the outer layer. So when I looked at the pants that they wanted me to order, the waist and the hip were very similar numbers to the pants. And if I put those pants on, they would just fall off. So we were trying to think about ways that we could make that work better. But let me jump over to Karen for a moment. Her numbers were really close. But there was a little bit of weirdness. When we looked at her diagram, which had lines on her body, they weren't in the right spots. And we think it has to do with how you wear the suit. So, as we already have seen, let me get the suit out here again. It has dots. We know it has dots. But if you've ever seen pictures of people doing movies where they have all that motion capture dots, all of those dots are at meridians or points in your body. So like your elbow point and your wrist. Well, if the dots on this suit are not on your boob, but in fact over or under your boob, you're not going to actually measure the largest point. So when you're putting on the suit, you need to make sure that these points are actually going across the places they need to be. So right down here, you see these little ones at the bottom? Those are where it's measuring your ankle. So let's imagine you got a suit that was way too short. And this ankle point might be all the way up to your calf. and it's using this point to help measure your inseam. So it's going to have the inseam number wrong because it's just using the dots. The only thing it can see is the dots. So the tips and tricks for getting a good fit from your Zozosuit are: have somebody to help you, to make sure you're getting things lined up, having them in the right spot, and if you're hard of hearing, you may want somebody to help you anyway because the commands from the phone were a little bit hard to hear if you have any background noise. And it is all audio. 2, if the suit is too tight and compressing you, it's not going to work as well because you need your body to be its own shape. And 3, you are going to need good lighting. So through this video, you saw a number of times where it's like, cannot see the dots on the top half of your body. It was so frustrating because the lighting was fine, but there was like a light behind her and a light next to her because I have lots of little lights. But what it needed was light from one direction or no really specific light source. So the best results I had were standing on my deck. Yeah, I stood outside wearing that thing for all of my neighbors to see. I know you're proud of me, right? And it worked the first time. I stood out there, it was like, I can see you, move forward. And I'm like, what? This is great. So you need really good overall lighting, not just lots of little lights. So really good lighting. When they say it, they mean it. So overall, I think the Zozosuit worked really well for Karen. I have placed an email to the ZoZo company to ask them if they have a larger suit. Because at this point, I'm really not getting accurate measurements with this one. So I will get back to you and post another video when I have a follow-up. Hopefully I can get a bigger suit, try it out, and tell you that it works this time. So I'm going to hold off on placing my order for my free t-shirt and my free pants because I know they're not going to fit if I just submit it now. Thank you guys all for following along. I know this was kind of a long journey, but thank you. And I hope that I've made this a little bit easier for you when you give it a try because this is an amazing tool. Once you know how to use it, you can use it to actually track your body measurements. Who wants to take all those measurements on a regular basis? If you can literally just stick the suit on, do a little lineup, stand in some good lighting and turn, and know what size you are, that's amazing. Thank you all for sticking with me, and if you like what you saw, remember, press the subscribe button below and hit that bell so it'll notify you every time I upload a video. I'm the Fabric Ninja. Have a great day.